When you let fear take the lead, the light within you begins to fade, and one day you can no longer tell right from wrong. Fear is the path to the dark side. The legendary line spoken by Yoda in The Phantom Menace is more than just Jedi philosophy. It's a warning for all of humanity. Through this idea, George Lucas wanted to show that fear, even when born from love or desire, can become the spark that burns away reason, consuming one's goodness until nothing but darkness remains. A young warrior, gifted and idealistic, driven by love and the urge to protect, begins to see the world through a different lens. He believes that if he becomes strong enough, he can stop tragedy, he can save everyone. But along that path, fear becomes his chain, pulling him step by step away from the light. And when darkness finally consumes him, he realizes too late. What he tried to protect is exactly what he destroyed with his own hands. Heavy breathing echoed through the dark room. He knelt on the floor, sweat mixing with the blood dripping from his shoulder. Outside, the city was burning. Towers that once touched the clouds now stood as glowing steel skeletons in a sea of fire. Sirens, screams, and collapsing metal blended together into a symphony of the apocalypse. The air reeked of metal, ash, and the suffocating scent of failure. "We can still save them," his mentor's voice rasped through the radio, hoarse but steady. "But you must keep your reason, my son. One wrong move and everything will fall apart." He clenched his fist. Reason, it had always been his compass, in battle, in belief, in his very identity. But what reason could save her, the woman lying half dead in the hospital, to the east, now swallowed by flames? He closed his eyes. Through the distant explosions, her image appeared, faint, like a mirage on burning sand. "You promised to protect me." He jolted upright, shouting into the darkness, "I won't let anyone take her away." A voice rose behind him, low, cold, sweet like venom. "Then let fear be your guide." He turned. A man in a black cloak stepped out, eyes sharp enough to cut through the soul. "You fear losing her. You fear being forgotten. You fear you're not strong enough to change fate." The stranger leaned closer, whispering, "I can give you the power to stop that. All you have to do is abandon your old faith." He stepped back, heart pounding. His mentor's warning echoed in his mind. Fear is the path to the dark side. But in his eyes, the hospital was still burning. Her voice still calling his name through the choking smoke. And in a single heartbeat, fear won. He nodded. The light went out. And with that choice, a piece of his soul fell into the void. Day 1. The new power awakened. All limits vanished. Speed, strength, perception. He was no longer the man he used to be. Enemies crumbled beneath his feet, like puppets with cut strings. He saved hundreds, and the city chanted his name. But deep inside, something cracked. Silent, invisible, yet slowly devouring his spirit. Night 3. He returned to the old hospital. Nothing remained but ashes and wind. A lone figure stood among the ruins, his old mentor. "What have you done, my child?" He said nothing. "You didn't save her with power. You killed her with your fear." He trembled. "No, you're lying." "I saved the city." The mentor looked at him with sorrowful eyes. "Look around. Everything you touch burns. It's not your enemies you've destroyed. It's yourself." The voice in his head returned, deep, ancient, whispering through the cracks of a broken world. "When you let fear lead, darkness becomes you." He screamed. Red light consumed his vision. A storm of raw energy erupted from his hands, scorching the sky. The city trembled. Buildings collapsed. Airships exploded midair. Thousands of lives vanished, taken by the wrath of the man who once swore to protect them. Amid the inferno, his mentor fell to his knees. "You've gone too far, my son." His tone was no longer angry, only filled with grief. In that instant, time stopped. He looked down at his hands, slick with blood and ash. Every breath cut like a blade. Then he looked up at the blackened sky, where stars once shone, now only smoke. Through the endless dark, a single light flickered. Her image appeared, smiling, gentle as the last breeze of dusk. No blame, no pain, only forgiveness, tender and cruel. He whispered, voice breaking, "If I could do it all again, I'd choose the light." But there are no second chances. No miracles for souls who choose darkness with their own will. Only him, the man who once sought to save the world, now the one who brought it to ruin. At dawn, they found him sitting atop the shattered tower, the first rays of morning piercing through the cracked walls. The city lay silent, smoke still rising, but the sky had begun to clear. He was no longer breathing, yet his lips curved faintly, as if at last he had found the peace he never understood in life. Perhaps in that final moment, he realized the light was never out there, it had always been within, waiting for the courage to return. Fear is the seed of darkness. It doesn't need violence to grow, only a single moment of weakness, a fleeting thought of loss. When we let fear take control, we no longer fight for love, but become enslaved by it. Only by facing fear, by accepting that loss is a part of life, can we keep the light within our hearts alive. If power could save the one you love, but the price was your own soul, would you take it? And in your weakest moments, which voice do you hear inside? The light or the dark?